What's happening, people? How y'all doing this afternoon, this evening? Huh? I say, how y'all doing this evening? I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking. Yeah, y'all know what time it is, man. It's Reaction Wednesday. And we got some reaction videos right now that's going to make you speechless. It's going to take the breath right away from you, man. But before we get into these videos, I'd like to thank each and every last one of y'all for rocking out with me, coming to the channel, checking out what I be doing. But I need you to subscribe, man. I need 500 subscribers, dude. And I need also this video to get up to 1,000 likes. So without further ado, we're going to get to these videos and do what we do on this channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. And we're just here to enlighten each other. That's all.
Enlighten you for any good work, but for blasphemy, because you, a mere man, claim to be God. Jesus literally explains to the people that it is written in their law that they are God. I have said, you are gods. Any religion that tries to separate you from God is a false religion. True Christianity is the understanding that I am you and you are me. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. A true Christian is going to be someone who proclaims from the roofs. When you have achieved Christ consciousness, the understanding that I am God, that we are God, that separation is an illusion, your job is to teach, to proclaim, announce with due emphasis that we are God. Be sure to follow for more. This is going to be a dope series. Reflected light from the Most High Chi Babaji. Peace to the gods. I love myself.
Peace to Ababaji as well, man. Thank you for the video, man. And what do you feel about you being God? What do you feel about somebody tell you that you can't say that you are God? And what do you feel now that you know the truth? Huh? Again, it's for entertainment purposes only, man. I'm just up here to spread awareness. I'm just telling a bunch of stuff to be putting this stuff together, man, just so everybody can get together and talk. That's all. But anyway, let's get back to these videos, bro.
Meaning. I'll give you a quick rundown so you get an idea what I'm talking about. Hidden meanings. The number one means God, the Logos. The number two means body and soul, you and God. The number three means new life, resurrection, a new beginning. Jesus was in the tomb 3 days. Jonah was in the whale 3 days. The number four means your fourfold nature: physical, spiritual, intellectual, emotional. Okay? The number five means mediation. It also means sacrifice. I'm going to show you that a little later. The number six means doctrines, laws, religion. Don't you remember when Jesus turned water into wine? Water can mean on the lower level emotionalism. He turned water into wine. How many jars of water did it say he turned into wine? Six. In other words, he was turning the religion of the letter into that which is the movement and the divine essence of the Spirit. That's what it means, changing water into wine. Number seven means divine intervention. Joshua walked around Jericho how many times? 7. And the walls came tumbling down. 7 means divine intervention. There are 7 nerve centers, or 7 chakras that rise from the base of the spine to the top, which are the 7 levels which a person walks in order to find that which is the pineal or enlightenment. It's all part of the Bible. It's all part of the ancient wisdom which is covered up in Numbers.
What y'all think about these sacred numbers, man? How do you feel about these sacred numbers? These numbers are teaching us something. And before we learn any type of language, bro, we had to know what symbols was. Because I know exactly that's what we see on them stuff. I haven't been over there, but I'll guarantee that it was symbols first instead of something written in some type of language. You know what I'm saying? And you know, English was not on none of them pyramids, but I'm going to leave it right there where that's at. And I'm going to keep going where I'm going. And y'all keep supporting like you're supporting. And we're going to keep reacting like we reacting on these reaction videos. You feel me?
Both the Old and New Testament are based on astrology. The 12 signs of the zodiac in Christianity. There were 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 brothers of Joseph, the 12 breastplate stones on the high priest. Then there's 12 apostles. Look in the Bible and you will see how many times 12 is used. It's all based on the 12 signs of the zodiac. There was no 12 tribes of Israel. Each one of those signs in the 12 tribes of Israel was an astrological indicator as to what each month represented in the ancient Jewish religion. And the ancient Jewish religion understood It's people today who are not studying theology, do not understand that the whole of the Old and New Testament is a metaphor. HarperCollins Study Dictionary says the Lord made the constellations of Pleiades and Orion. I don't know how one could read something like this and not see that the Bible is saying God made the constellations of the zodiac. New International Bible says he, God, is the maker of the Bear and Orion and the Pleiades and the constellations of the south. So if you want to find fault with astrology, then you're finding fault with the ideas and concepts that God has put into the heavens as laws.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, but this is how they hide everything. So if you want to understand what you are, where we are, this ebook will literally unveil that to you.
They always got some type of book or something that you can go look and put you on a track to where you can think the way that they are thinking or seeing the way that they're seeing, or however you want to put it to make it articulate, to make it sound the way that it sounds. You know that it was here for a reason for you to find it and to also hear about it when you do run across it. But if you're too busy maintaining the American dream, which is waking up, going to work, coming home, doing family, eating, and then going to bed just to wake up to go to work again to do the same thing. Because if you miss one of those things, I guarantee it's going to put a different type of angle on the life that you're living right now. But these are just simply reaction videos. And I just like to react to some of the newer things and also some of the things that some of us have questions about. I'm not going to say all because I cannot speak for all, but I know the little few that I can speak of. Thank you for watching the channel, by the way. We're going to continue to react to these reaction videos, man. Brought to you by Mr. Come See by me himself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep checking out this Galveston podcast because we coming to you weekly. You understand what I'm saying? We coming to you like the news. We hard hitting. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing the weather. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing the sports. So y'all get ready, man, because here it come. I'm knocking down doors. Ain't nothing stopping me but me. Ain't nothing stopping me now. Nope. Ain't nothing stopping me now. I meant that.
See that I always deworm. I deworm everybody the first month of the cleanse. We have to deworm you because you can have a hookworm or a tapeworm or a fluke worm up in there stopping all action because they hate when you start trying to clean them out. They hold on to their dear life. I done seen people pull a worm out their butt and the worm will break off and the other half of the worm will suck back in their booty hole and then regrow itself. So it's some nasty, gnarly things when you start dealing with an acidic medium.
And the texture shit nowadays, boy, I'm looking at everything, gotta rub it, gotta goddamn me hit it to see if it, hey, it's just where we at right now, you ain't nothing, the lie's the truth, dog. And if you standing on truth, your ass is in trouble. That's all I can tell you. Let's continue with these reaction videos, boy, I tell you. That boy say a worm, he ripped the worm off in his booty hole and came right back in there, then regrew itself. Ooh, this shit that we be eating is crazy, boy. Oh, that bread, that's all I got to tell y'all people, that bread.
I am God. You're God? What are you talking about? I said, yeah, I'm God and God is me. The same divine spark that created everything in the entire universe is the same divine spark that's inside of every atom inside of my body. And so by that method, I am God and God is me. And so are you. And so is this young lady as well. We're all the same. We're all part of that same one divine consciousness. That threw him off right away. Then because he's a program code, he couldn't even conceive of what I had just told him. He didn't even have an epiphany with that. He went right back into his pitch. And I said, okay, I'll listen to you if you can answer some questions. Can you answer some questions? And I said, when was the Bible written? And he goes, oh, it was written thousands of years ago. I said, oh man. I said, no, the Bible wasn't written thousands of years ago. I said, do you even know who wrote the Bible? Oh yeah, Paul, Peter, John. I said, oh my God. Listen, man. I said, you happen to stumble into one of the world's foremost experts on biblical texts, the Torah, the ancient tablets, in the world. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand that the Bible was not written by any of the disciples? He got flabbergasted. I'm like, dude, listen to me. The disciples, if you were to do your studies, they were actually illiterate men. They couldn't read or write. There was nobody standing there transcribing every sentence that they've spoken either. How did the Bible come along, even including the Old Testament? You've heard me say this before. They copied the majority of that stuff from the Enuma Elish, the Atrahasis, the Mahabharata. You have some of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, right? You have in there, you have, like, for example, the 42 Laws of Mayat. You know, that's where you get the 10 Commandments that were extracted from that information. You have the Bhagavad Gita, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. You have the Sumerian tablets that are outside of the Enuma Elish. There's many tablets that exist. The Code of Hammurabi, the Epic of Gilgamesh. I mean, that can just keep going and going and going. And I said, then you have the Emerald Tablets, where Jesus's teachings are identical copies of Thoth's teachings from the ancient Kemetic mystery schools taught 50,000 years ago in the land of Chem, which is now known as Egypt. And I could see the steam coming out of this guy's ears. He couldn't even conceive what the heck I was telling him. And I said, do you know that the Bible was written thousands of years after the people were long gone, dead, buried, bones disintegrated, and everything else on the ground? He said, no, what are you talking about? I said, listen to me, man. The Bible was written from 100 AD to 900 AD. And who wrote the Bible? Those were followers of Thoth. These people didn't write a Bible, by the way. What they did was they started discovering in different caves and different little makeshift buildings that existed a long time ago, these vases with scriptures and cylinder scrolls and papyruses and tablets, and they started collecting them, and they started transcribing that information onto paper and so forth. And so that text, that information, over time would be studied by the Gnostics. Even in more time, much later, you have then the Coptic Christians, and then you also have the councils that were formed. Like, for one is the Council of Nicaea, who then started analyzing a lot of these copied and recopied and recopied and recopied and recopied text, and started analyzing which ones to keep and which ones to keep out, which ones to keep. They were thinking, let's make this into an actual canonized book. We'll take this and put that in here. We'll take this one. No, that talks about aliens. We don't want the book of Enoch in here because he's talking about aliens. Let's leave that one out. We don't want the myth of Adapa in here because he's talking about aliens. We don't want that in here. That's the book of Adam. We don't want that in here. So you have all these apocryphal texts that were kept out, right? And the Council of Nicaea coordinate and create this hodgepodge of a book based on hand-picked content, curated content that they wanted that would allow them to still maintain control over the people.
I love a lot of free thinking, you know, not trapped inside of a box, not trapped inside of something. That's why I have to agree to get along or agree to get out of, you know what I mean? Just free will thinking, and nobody looks at me a certain way because I think that way. Let's continue with these videos though.
I really just don't think you guys are ready for what I'm about to tell you. You need to have an open mind if you're going to understand that almost everything bad and evil in modern day society is from the fallen angel. In part 1, I told you guys a couple things that the Watchers taught humanity in the times of Noah. So let's get into part 2 and dive a little deeper into just how much heavenly knowledge they shared with us against God's will. Did y'all know that earth signs, moon signs, fire signs, All of that astrology comes from the fallen angels. For example, the fallen angel Araquiel taught humans the signs of the earth, later morphing into earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all of that comes from Araquiel. Araquiel taught humans to practice geomancy, which is a practice that involves divining the meanings of geographical features. It can also be called feng shui. Earth divinations uses compasses and charms to coordinate interactions between people. Another fallen angel, Shazaquiel, taught us meteorology. That angel's name translates to the shooting star of God. Another angel called Sariel taught humans the courses of the moon and how to measure time through it and attempt to predict the future. Penemu, another fallen angel, taught humans how to use ink and paper. Notice the name, Penemu. And what do we write with? Pencil. Pens. This, y'all, everything is connected. Spelling, spells, cursive, curses. Come on, guys, stay woke. And something that you can see a lot today is that whole divine feminine thing. That came from the Watchers as well. Remember that they procreated with mortal women. Now, these angelic beings lusted for these women, but the women, they lusted for something different. Power. They wanted to know how to use their God-given abilities, such as the ability to give birth in a way that will bring them power and dominion on earth. So their angelic partners taught them ways of divination, which included using their menstrual cycle, if you know what I mean, to do paganistic rituals. And this is also where sacrificing, you know, little ones came from. Not only that, I'm gonna blow y'all minds right now. They taught them how to use sorcery, charms, and spells, not only with words but with music. Now, if you watch my other videos, y'all know what happened to the mortal women after the great flood of Noah. If you haven't seen my videos, I'm gonna break it down for you. God cursed these women to roam the seas as sirens, aka mermaids. And just in case y'all didn't know, mermaids are not cute and pretty like Ariel, they're evil. So anyway, these sirens are part of the demonic marine kingdom that is cursed to be without dwelling until their time of judgment. Now, what was the thing that they learned from their angelic partners? Sorcery with music. What do sirens do to lure people into the water to unalive them? They sing songs that put you in a trance. Oh my gosh, did I just blow your mind? You guys just are not ready. Like, you're not ready for this. Is this not crazy? I have been going down this rabbit hole for weeks and I don't regret it. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of this video. But if you want a part 3, let me know in the comments. And as always, make sure you like and follow.
Yep, that's the type of shit I like to pay attention to. That's the type of shit that I'm in right now. That's who I am today. I'm figuring out the shit. I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all can have all that shit. That's why I ain't worrying about it. I love y'all. Y'all can have all that shit. God dog it, you know. I'm gonna go in peace. Oh, I'm gonna go in peace. I'm around peaceful people, and I greet and touch, reach for, you know what I'm saying, you know, even-minded people. And that's what I love to do. So without further ado, these are reaction videos, man. We're on the Wicked Wednesday with these reaction videos. I come to you about 6 times. The thing is being consistent. It don't matter if the people like it or not. I'm being consistent. I'm being consistent to myself, and I know all my work don't go in vain. You understand what I'm saying? So I know it's gonna be a return once you put something down there and you believe in it. And I just taught y'all the whole thing of religion, or anything that you love, or anything that you want to cherish, or anything that you want to multiply or duplicate. That was the recipe right there. But the number one ingredient is love. You don't need all that extra shit that they put it into life now to where we gotta abide by. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, they broke that shit down, and that shit ain't standing on nothing. You hear me? At least that's why we can go to some of these reaction videos and dig into the truth fucking with me, because I'm gonna find it. You hear me?
And later on went into the text that the Roman government gave Paul to translate from Coptic and Greek into the Bible. Paul. The Bible is 98% Paul's invention. You see what I'm saying? The Bible mythology is 98% Josephus and Paul and another group of scholars coming together and inventing it. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that the Christ and all of the actual mythology is not real and it is not legitimate, but the way they presented it and the way they put it together They made like it was some miracle that just came up 2,000 years ago, and basically it was a summary of all the other ancient stuff that they summarized down. And the first couple of books were some good books. The Schofield Bible, the Latin Ballgate Bible, the Septuagint Bible, and all those, but by the time the Conference of Nicaea came, they took some books out. Now, the stuff that they took out is the stuff that we're interested in now. The stuff that they took out was the differences between different races and the differences between two races. Now, we're talking about stuff that is ancient and old, so as a result, we have here the Hermetic text. This one is a prophecy of what's going to happen to black people behind, to the T, in this prophecy. And the reason why I say you can get, and we got two of these. We have the prophecy that's what's going to happen. All those is a greater prophecy, and I was able to get 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, y'all follow Bobby Hemmy, man. He got some interesting stuff out there. I've been following him for a couple of years now. This is my other boy right here.
This whole thing about Abraham,
listen.
Isaac, Ishmael, Sarah, Hagar, it's an allegory. It's in your Bible. It says it's an allegory. What does that mean? It means that it didn't really happen. It's a story that they made up to make a point. Now, what's the problem? So what, bro? Hagen said it was an allegory. What that mean? Well, that means that if Abraham didn't really exist, that Isaac didn't really exist. If Isaac didn't really exist, Jacob didn't really exist. If Jacob didn't really exist, there was no 12 tribes of Israel. And you want me to keep on going?
Yo, the English language is a whole setup. Now, I don't know if you know this, but words are spells. That's why you gotta spell your words. They teach you how to spell. And back then, they would teach you how to write in cursive. Keyword curse. And you curse somebody out. These are words that we say and we don't even really pay mind to them. But words are everything. Now through the TV, what do? They broadcast. So they're casting spells. And the people of the show or the movie are the cast. See, Hollywood comes from the holly tree. Wizards will make their wands from the wood of the holly tree. Do their sorcery. Now, what do they call shows and stuff like that? They call it programs because it's programming you. And then they have channels. So now you're channeling different information, different energy, all of that. Job means persecution in Hebrew. And when you work a job, what they pay you? A salary. Salary means sal. Sal is salt. That's how they used to pay the ancient Romans back in the day. Pharmacy means magic, sorcery, or witchcraft. Alcohol is derived from the word alcohol, which means body-eating spirit, which is why people act out and get possessed when they are intoxicated. That's why they call alcohol spirits. The word alarm originated in Italy as a battle cry, and that battle cry means to your weapons. So when you awake in the morning, awake is a gathering after the funeral, and mourning is a state of grief when somebody passes. That's why we don't say good morning, we say grand rising. But listen to this, so your alarm wakes you up, and that's a battle cry that means to your weapons, and you're now awake, which means gathering after the funeral. Then you're going to your job, which means persecution, to gain a salary, which means salt. During the week, throughout the week, you feel weak, and then you make it to the weekend where you feel weakened. This is why it's so important to switch up your vocabulary, because like I said, words are spells. Depending on what words you're saying, that's gonna be manifested back. It's cause and effect. You put that energy out there. Even if it's unconsciously, you put that out there. So just be aware and definitely start switching up your vocabulary. Stop saying the word spend. Oh, I spent this much. I spent money. Stop saying that. Because once you spent it, the universe hears that and that's it. You can't get it back because you spent it. But if you say I circulated or I invested, the money is definitely gonna come right back to you. I practiced this literally when I was broke. And I noticed the shift. There's a reason why they stripped us from our original languages and they forced the English language on us. So always be self-conscious and start using more positive words. Y'all already know, family, health is wealth. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you want more content like this, then definitely let me know in the comments. Peace out, fam.
If you want me to keep bringing you this hot content, go and put it in the comments, and I'm going to keep doing it whether you want me to or not, because that's what I'm on anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But how you feel about how you use your words and how words are being used and how he was talking about it right here. You know, I practice a whole lot of things with those words he's been saying. Even as been a person that write down raps and rhymes and everything, the art was taking out words and making me get to my point sharper and faster. And just didn't know how much that helped me in life. You understand what I'm saying? Writing raps helped me in life. In order how you present the shit, take away certain that stuff, because you don't need all that stuff to be seen. Something so simple will make it be seen. You understand what I'm saying? Just gave you another nugget. You might want to pick that up. But we're gonna keep on with these videos.
Secret spells of the English language. It's very simple and recognizable. We awake each morning and go off during the weekdays to earn our living at various jobs and undertakings until we come to the weekend. And everyone agrees that this is the way of things. Only more people die of heart failure between 6 and 10 a.m. Monday morning than any other time of the week. And I explained that when you translate that life sentence, you realize that awake is a funeral party for the dead, and that mourning is the state we're in when we attend awake. So when we exchange the friendly greeting with each other, good morning, on a subliminal level, we're also saying good grief. More people dies between 6 and 10 a.m. Monday morning of heart failure than any other time of the week.
Everything is hidden in a plain sight. Words, signs, laws. It is in front of your eyes. If you want to understand it, to see how they enslaved us, this ebook will literally unveil for you everything you need to know. Age of belief is over. Age of knowing has begun.
And that's exactly what I feel like, ladies and gentlemen. All that shit back then, that shit ain't counting right now. What you got right now is what's counting. So you look in the mirror and do the rest. You feel me?
Let me tell y'all a true story. Be simple and watch this video to the end. Who authorized this? TikTok. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. What the f? Shut up! Who did this? Stop playing with me, son. Who authorized that shit? I'm telling you right now, guys, you know what that is. You gotta pretend like it's a ghost. It's shut up. So you mean to tell me this whole time a ghost? Man, stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys, and you see what they doing. What you gonna say? You're gonna say it's Halloween, right? So why you never did that any other Halloween? Right before November. Stop playing with me, son. TikTok, this for entertainment purposes only. I'm only showing what they did to the Statue of Liberty. Shut up! Disrespectful. What is that? We all know what it is. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and they showed you. What you thought? You thought it was over? No, it's not. Shut up! The other question is, who the hell made that? Because we all know the Statue of Liberty is, and it's 305 feet tall. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and this just pissed me off. But I tell you one thing, if I go over there and I see that it's still up like that, don't worry, guys. True story, got this.
Yeah, I love his content, man. Shout out to
Rick and Morty explains the downside of being smart.
Rick and Morty also captures the numerous downsides to being smart. Most of the time, this scientist is miserable, blacking out drunk. Almost nobody gets him, and the more they know him, the more they think he's a prick.
You want to be like Rick? Congratulations! You're just as arrogant and just as irresponsible!
Intelligence is lonely. Speaking the truth won't make most people like you, because the truth is often cruel.
The universe is populated with stupidity, and you're the smartest person in it, then you're always going to be the most cruel. You're all alone in your intellect.
Intelligent people are more likely to consume alcohol.
Well, it's official. I had too much to drink last night.
And more prone to depression. The show underlines that being smart most certainly makes it harder to be content. The smart ones, masters of reality, and everyone else, dumb universe meat.
And that's the end of those videos right there. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the channel, checking out these reaction videos with me. I'll be bringing them all week long, 6, 7 times, You know what I'm saying? Probably 6, maybe 5 some days, maybe 4 some weeks, but I'm going to keep them coming because something just telling me to keep doing this. Y'all have any videos that you want me to post? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just leave it in the DM or, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, you leave a message, information on there. The same way, man, on the Facebook. Same thing. If y'all want me to, we can go through the videos together. You understand? But again, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. And always look before you cross the street. You never know when you're gonna get hit.
For me to know we here now, believe it, brokers. I am on my shit, and you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can up with the crew? I am on my shit. Can you see me? No. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop every scene I'm on. I am on my shit.
I'm on mine. They know why. She's so shy. I'm so fly. The thought of it open up her eye. The grind in me, she say that's my guy. Pine cone fresh, she asks why. Fresh head to toe, baby girl, you'll be surprised. Boss status, we some wise guys. Super size, baby girl, you're small fry. Do something like that, I'm nothing like that. Whole sci-fi nigga, you boss, I'm back. The more you hate it, it just makes me laugh. Don't be mad at me, you need to be mad at yourself. Can't stand backstabbers, talk about you and laugh with you. Then they get mad at you when you learn how to deal with them. I'm a heart and I got no patience, ignorance and I'm not gonna take it. Tequila shot and I don't even taste it. Promethazine, expensive tasting. 6 and 8 and I stay betting. Bet the boy, you know I'm drinking. Get it, I'm the drink man. Purple like the Kool-Aid man. Patty cake, I got a baker's hand. Get rid of these grams as fast as I can. Roll it up, put one in the air, man.
Overlap the race, always at first, cause that's the place. Don't know what I'm on if that's the case, bitch. I am on my shit, and they see it though. What are the most for me to know? We here now, believe it, brokers. I am on my shit, and you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can up with the crew? I am on my shit. Can you see me? No. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop every scene I'm on, cause I am on my shit.
Appreciate y'all. I was chilling in there, in the cut, looking at the TV, seeing what's up. Waiting on the stream to end. Go outside and make a couple of bucks. Been a few corners. Turn around, you can smell the aroma. Better yet, no, I'm not a goner. Talk to you like Arizona. You can see the persona.